This video explains a very common React state problem, why calling a state setter multiple times doesn't always do what you expect. We'll start with code that clearly does not work, explain exactly why it fails, and then fix it in a predictable way. This counter is broken. The button says add 3. When I click it, the number only increases by 1. This is not a React bug. This is an intentionally exaggerated example. Most people don't write code like this, but the same timing issue shows up in very normal React code. Let's look at the code. At first glance, this looks reasonable. We're adding 1 3 times. The problem here is not arithmetic. The problem is how React handles state updates. Before we talk about React, we need a clear definition. State is information that can change over time and needs to be remembered. A counter value, a toggle, a selected item. State is not a React invention. React just provides a way to manage it. React does not update parts of your UI one line at a time. When state changes, React reruns your component function and recreates the UI description. Regular variables reset when this happens. State exists so React can remember values between renders. Here's the key idea. State updates are scheduled. They are not applied immediately. During a render, state variables always refer to the snapshot taken at the start of that render. That snapshot does not change mid-render. In the broken version, all 3 updates read from the same render snapshot. In this version, we pass a function instead. This works because each update receives the most up-to-date state value. The logic no longer depends on render timing. Calling the updater 3 times now correctly adds 3. Here's a demonstration of how the app works now. Use this pattern whenever the next state depends on the previous state. Counters, toggles, accumulators, and queues are common examples. If the next value depends on the current value, use the functional form. To recap, state is a snapshot taken during render. State updates are scheduled, not immediate. When the next value depends on the current one, use a function that receives the current state. That ensures your logic always uses the most up-to-date value. If this kind of direct autism-friendly tutorial is helpful, subscribing is a great way to find your way back here. Thank you for watching, and let's keep learning and growing together.